Hey, this is Christy Mattoon here, and this video that you're about to watch is a visualization. Some might call it a meditation, but it's not really a meditation. It's strictly a visualization and an exercise in your power and what you can do with the energy of the cosmos. And it is actually a way to reset your chakra system. It's a way to turn the energy up in your body. And I think you'll be able to tell from Shamina's reaction, which is the young lady that I'm working with in this video, that it was quite profound for her. So take a watch. It is a little bit longer of a video, so I apologize for that for those of you that don't like the longer videos, but it'll be well worth it if you watch the whole thing. I bless you and I thank you for being here. I also want to ask you to like this video and then comment below what you noticed after watching it and participate as if it was you sitting there. The energy is the same, whether we're doing it face to face or across distance, whether you're watching it from a video or we're doing it live. The energy is exactly the same. So you can receive the benefits too. And if it helps you, I would like you to share this video. Share it across your other platforms and any place else where people who understand this kind of stuff might enjoy it or might get it. This is a little bit of a higher level thing. So if you're able to comprehend it and hold on to it and use it, I bless you in that. I think it's wonderful. And then lastly, if you haven't already, please click the button and join my channel, subscribe to my channel. It greatly helps the movement of these videos, and your comments do also actually. So please, if you watch it or even start watching it, leave a comment, right, wrong, good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't matter to me because anything commented will help these videos move. Thank you again. I bless you. Yes. Okay, so become the tree. You're going to ground yourself as that oak tree. Roots deep in the ground, branches up into the air, reaching towards the sun. Visualize a beautiful sky. The energy as you inhale is coming up from your roots, and as you exhale, it's coming down from the sky, down from the heavens. And the core of that trunk, of that tree, is your physical body. And every cell, every part of that trunk is being filled with this energy from both ends, from the ground and from the sky. We're just letting all the energy fill this vessel. And I want you to pay really particular attention to the inside of this tree trunk, to the inside of this vessel. And how it seems like some of the energy isn't moving, it's getting stuck in certain places. And like there's something there, something in the way that's keeping it, maybe from the roots up, it's not moving into the center of the core. There's something there keeping it from moving. And down from the heavens, down into the branches and into the trunk, into this vessel, you might notice the same occurrence. Something is stuck and it's just not moving efficiently. So we're going to take the stance of a Sioux Indian, a holy man, that tells a story about a hollow bone. And this hollow bone is kind of like, if it's truly hollow and the energy or the water or the pathway is totally open, whatever moves through it has no obstruction. And he teaches that's the goal of this physical body. That's the goal of this life, is to get the physical body into a place where it's totally unobstructed. So it has to be empty. It has to be released of everything that's been taught. It has to be released of all the programs. It has to be released of all of the beliefs. It has to be released of thoughts. It even has to be released of our strong-held emotions that we think drive us in and out of this existence, and that we are told and taught are what create the world around us. So what we're looking for in this session is we're looking for that hollow bone. We are seeking to hollow out the insides of this tree trunk. We are seeking to empty and release from this physical existence all of the taught, all of the programs, all of the beliefs, all of the thoughts, all of the emotion, and everything that goes along with it. So that we can truly be a vessel for the cosmos to move energy through us in an unobstructed way, and we can become the most powerful version of ourselves. So as you inhale and exhale, I want you to keep feeling the energy coming up through the roots on the inhale and then back down through the branches on the exhale. So on the inhale, you're coming up through the ground. On the exhale, you're going down from the cosmos. And I want you to start to notice kind of a swirling feeling where those energies meet in the center. Where they come together, the energy just starts to move and swirl in a circle. We're going to let that energy continue to move. Might even let it get bigger. Watch it start to move through the pores of your system. And everything that's an obstruction gets moved. Everything that's an obstruction gets shifted. It either goes up or it goes down. It goes up and out or it goes down and out. Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
What are you noticing?
Just feels heavy, like it's almost like sludging. It's moving, but it's like thick sap kind of thing.
Okay, so let it keep moving. And with your intention, you're going to start to allow all of these things to just leave your system. With your intention, the energy can move faster. As the energy is moving from the center part of your body, you'll start to notice that the chakras are also in operation. So heart, sacral chakra. I always forget that other one. What's the other one down there?
Solar
plexus. Good night. Solar plexus. So the heart, solar plexus, sacral, the root. Remember on these chakras, the forward and back ones go in the front, or they come out the front of the body and out the back of the body. So they're actually a torsion field. So the circular motion going forward is clockwise, The circular motion going out the back is counterclockwise. So you've got counter-rotating energies in this same field that come together in the central core of your body. These are attached to glands, they're attached to organs. And we're going to allow those energies, those torsion fields, to move energies that are no longer needed out of this system. We're going to start with the heart one. You're going to already notice this happening, but we want to start with the heart one and all of the hues of the color green. And you're just allowing, become a witness, just an observer. You're just watching, allowing your physical body to transform. And in this heart chakra, noticing all the hues of the color green, you might start hearing all the tones, all the sounds that go along with each hue. And then just becoming aware that all of that creates the sacred geometry. It's creating the patterns that are in the fields outside of your physical body as well as inside your physical body. The geometry that makes all of this up. Just keep watching, keep noticing. And anything that's been written on your heart in the form of neuroplastic from the neurites on the outside of your heart, which we've just become very aware of recently. Anything that's been written on your heart, we're allowing it to be removed. Use the word command, use whatever word you're comfortable with, but we're asking our spirits to clean our hearts off. All the programming, all the memories, all the ideas about who we are, what we are. In an effort to reset the system, we're allowing all of that to be removed. Outside of your heart, possibly into the inner layers of your heart. You inhale and exhale, allowing that to be removed. Breathing in and out of your heart space. I want you to feel yourself breathing in and out of that space. All of your awareness, all of your focus in that area. Now from this place, I want you to look out into the cosmos. And I want you to pinpoint a little ray of light, a little point of light. Put all of your awareness on it. And then I want you to turn it into a line, maybe about 12 inches long. And then from that line, I want you to open that space up. And then notice that there is a circular, almost pole-shaped construction there. Contained inside of it is the energy of the cosmos. But you can reach out and pick up this bar. You can reach out and pick up this cylinder of energy. And in your mind's eye, I want you to reach out and pick that cylinder of energy up and just hold on to it. Notice it's charged with the energy of the cosmos. Then I want you to draw that cylinder filled with the energy of the cosmos. Draw it to the inner core of your body. Place it inside of you, going up and down. So from crown to root. And we're allowing that inner core of energy from the cosmos start to fill every cell, every crevice, every organ, every bone, every tissue of your body gets this information. Clean, pure, pristine, beautiful energy. Devoid of thoughts, beliefs, emotions, programs, teachings, memories. Just clean, pristine, pure energy. Now, from your heart space, looking back into the cosmos and into that point of light, that place where you found the original bar, I want you to reach in there again and pull out another one, but this time it's going to be green. It's all of the hues of green and all of the tones that come from those hues. It is the power of the chakra in the center of your chest, this energy center, this torsion field. And I want you to take that bar of energy and I want you to insert it straight through the front or the back. It doesn't matter which way. This situate it straight through your chakra at the heart, this pure green energy bar from the cosmos. And then breathe into it again. We're allowing this energy to power up this center, devoid of any ideas, memories, thoughts, programs, beliefs, or emotions. Just pure raw energy. And from the heart space, we're going to move down toward the solar plexus. Just notice your solar plexus. Just put your awareness there. Notice what it's doing, how the energy is functioning or moving. And then back up into the cosmos. You're going to reach back into that space. And this time, pulling out a bar that's yellow. Bright, beautiful yellow, the energy of the sun, the energy of the central core of your body. Every hue of yellow, all the tones and all of the connected geometry. And then again, you're going to insert that into the solar plexus. And then let that pure, pristine, beautiful energy power up that center. And then I want you to breathe back and forth. Between your heart in your solar plexus. Breathe back and forth between those two spaces. We're allowing that energy to move through those spaces, create more power in the system. And then we're going to go down on your next breath, down to the next level, to the sacral chakra. And I want you again to just notice it. Notice what it's doing, how it's moving, how the energy is flowing. And then again, we're going to reach up into the cosmos, where that point of light was. And as you reach in there, this time you're coming out with a bar that's orange, all of the hues of orange. Feel the radiating energy coming out of this bar that you've pulled from the cosmos. And bring it down to your body, to the sacral chakra, and again insert it into the space of the sacral chakra, allowing this pure, pristine energy of the cosmos to power up this chakra. Feel the energy as it moves. Any ideas, memories, thoughts, programs, beliefs, thoughts and emotions, any teachings, all get moved with this energy. This energy is devoid of man's programming. And on your next exhale, we're going to go down into the root. And then back to that point of light out in the cosmos. I want you to grab the red bar of energy, pure, pristine, clean energy from the cosmos. And this chakra goes up and down through the system. So instead of long ways, you're going to insert it into that chakra from the root, pointing towards the crown. And then breathe into that center. Allow that energy to get stronger and stronger. Now remember what we've done here. You've got a bar of white energy that goes from the crown to the root. You've got a clean, pristine bar of energy at the root, and all the colors of red, one at the sacral that's orange, one at solar plexus and yellow, one in the heart and green. And I want you to inhale in and out of each one of those areas, up and down through that lower space, from your heart to the root, maybe even all the way down into the earth. Nice circular breathing. On your next inhale, I want you to come up above the heart. So now we're going to come all the way to the throat chakra, everything that's attached to it. The ideas, the memories, the thoughts, the programs, the beliefs, the teachings, the emotions. I just want you to observe the energy flow of all of these things in this chakra. Reaching back out into the cosmos, into the place where that point of light was, This time coming out with a beautiful bar of blue, all the hues of blue. All the sacred geometry that goes with it, and all the tones. And again, inserting it into that chakra. We're allowing the energy of the cosmos to send a new wave of power through your throat chakra. Now for just a couple of seconds, I want you to breathe between your heart and your throat. Nice circular breathing. Try and make it as smooth as possible. Nice circular breathing between your heart and your throat. On your next inhale, I want you to come all the way up into the third eye. Into the chakra that holds the pineal gland, the pituitary, and the hypothalamus. This is also called the cave of Brahma, where these three glands sit. We're seeking not only to clarify this space, but to unify these three energies, these three glands, so that they work in perfect harmony. And you're just watching, again, observing the energy of this third eye chakra comes out through the forehead, out through the back of your head. Pay attention and notice. Maybe pay attention in the cave of Brahma, noticing those three glands, their unity to each other and how they are right now. And then one more time, reaching out into the cosmos, back into that ray of light, that point of light, and pulling out a blue charged energy bar with clean, pristine, beautiful energy of the cosmos. And bring it back down and insert it into that chakra. And let it power that system up. Now I want you to breathe between the heart and the third eye. Again, nice circular breathing. Watching the energy flowing from these chakras, all the energy, the beautiful, clean, pristine energy, devoid of ideas, memories, thoughts, programs, beliefs, teachings and trainings and emotions. This beautiful, clean energy. And I want you to look up and down through the system at each one of these chakras moving, the energy that's been inserted there from the cosmos. I want you to be very, very proud of yourself. Be excited for the ability to do this. And on your next inhale, I want you to come all the way up to the crown. The crown is like the root. It runs up and down through the body instead of front to back. Put all of your awareness at that area, at that spinning vortex of energy, and just notice. Notice how it's moving, what it's doing. And again, one more time, reaching out into the cosmos, into that point of light, and this time coming out with a bar of purple, all of the hues of purple. Contains all of the tones, all of the sacred geometry. And you're going to insert it in through the top of your head into that chakra. And then inhale and exhale out of that space. And again, noticing the energy. Notice how it's moving now. And then I want you to breathe from your crown to your heart. Become more and more aware of the energy that's flowing, the pure, clean, pristine nature of this energy. And I want you to come back up to the crown and then breathe between the crown and the pineal gland area, the third eye. We're going to do 3 breaths in each space. So take 3 breaths between there. And then from the crown to the throat, 3 breaths, big inhales, nice long deep exhales. Do 3 breaths in between each. After those 3 breaths, you'll go from the crown to the heart. After those 3, from the crown to the solar plexus. After those 3, from the crown to the sacral. And from there, from the crown to the root. And then breathing all the way up into the cosmos. With as much gratitude as you can pour out. Gratitude for the bars of energy, for the bars of light, for the ability to use the energy of the cosmos, and knowing that you can reach up and take hold of it anytime you want to. And then breathing all the way down into the earth and pouring out gratitude for all of the energy and life the earth gives us and supports us with. And from this space, realizing the energy of the cosmos as part of what you are and who you are, you become this. We seal it with gold around you. This energy forever a part of you. It can never leave you. Realizing we have to walk on this earth amongst the programmed, the programming, people's teachings and their ideas, the thoughts and emotions of man. You have to literally decide, figure out, understand a different way to walk. You can't walk as the old self and be a new self. This energy inside you and you decide who you are. You walk in your life as this energy, as this being, this newness, this new creation. And represent yourself in this pattern, in this new energy. This is a new voyage of discovery. And if you truly want to be a part of the new earth, the new creation, everything that's going on, can you open your eyes whenever you're ready? Take your time and tell me about the new you. Tell me about who you are and how you see life, how you move forward.
Mm, the idea of plans and projections don't exist here. It's just peace. It's sheer guidance and abundance and sheer just freedom. And just follow spirit, curious observer that's discovering miracles and amazing things every day. And just is.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
The way you change your daily diagram, I don't even know how to call it. Do you remember the boxes we used to make in school, and you had to cut out little animals and pictures and you put them inside the box? Diorama?
Diorama, yeah.
I feel like I'm in a diorama with moving parts and pieces that I can move around. And when somebody comes into my diorama and I am this and I stay here, they cannot affect me.
Right.
I don't care what they do. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think, literally, which is kind of strange sometimes. I'm like, wow, literally the human program kicks back on at some point and goes, you should care. Because I don't. And it's not in a bad way. It's not a bad thing. It's just you're allowed your thoughts, and I'm totally fine with it. But I'm not going to participate. I don't have to dive into it.
And that feels like true compassion. That is true compassion.
Yeah.
Allowing it to be.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're awesome.
Oh man, that feels so good. my whole body's tingling. I haven't felt this free, like physically and just the whole, all of it together is just working, just fluidity. Like it's just, it is so cool.
Yeah, everything else kind of ceases. The program goes, the memories that I, want to fight with, and you can always pull them back. You can always go, hey, let me do this again. But even all the stuff we were talking about earlier, the cans and can'ts and people telling you forever, you can do this and you can't do that, or you're this and not that, or you're that and not this, all that doesn't even matter.
Well, I like how you said it's the diorama, because then it's the minute you say that, I see their diorama. I'm like, that doesn't mean that I'm in your diorama. No.
Nope.
That's yours. That's not mine.
Yeah, and that's literally what it feels like now to me, is a diorama.
Right?
Yeah. You can put anything in it you want to. You can take out of it you want to. You can.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This is where the commands, and this is where the yeah. This is how it works. Isn't that crazy?
I believe so. It's interesting. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy cool. This is how it works. Man, now I see what you've been saying too about the new age stuff. I'm like that totally now. Now that all just is going, oh, diorama.
What a sham.
Jeez.
What a sham.
All of it, isn't it?
Yeah. And bless them, I don't think they even knew.
No.
I think a lot of those gurus and teachers, they were just following the program.
Right. Right. Well, you have to, you must, steps, goals, whatever. Their diorama. That's fine, but that's not how it works.
So now watch this. I want you to look back into the hollow bone idea. Look back into the central core of yourself and just notice what you see.
Just light and color. Just energy and motion. It's really beautiful. It's almost like, I can't even describe it, quite honestly. It's just art. It's the most beautiful thing. It really is. It's like art in motion, it is pure creation. Oh man.
The goal is to walk in it. The thing is, how do I walk this out? How do I stand up and go back into my day? And I swear, the better you practice this. I don't even know how to say it. It's like the less words you use, the better off you are. The better you practice it, you get better at doing it and better at doing it. People around you will literally start to change. And if they don't, if their diorama remains so out of alignment with my diorama, they literally fall out.
Right.
And I've seen it happen over and over and over. And as people fall away, or you figure out, like, I can move my diorama anywhere in the cosmos.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is because it is so fluid, and it is true freedom, and it is like that lack of attachment is what creates that freedom, the attachment to all the old, the attachment to, like you said, all the beliefs, but even the attachment to the idea that certain people must be in your life, or you have to do XYZ, or like make this person happy, do these things for this people, like that's it's all bogus. It's all BS, quite honestly,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just freedom, this lack of attachment, because you're just this open vessel.
I honestly believe this is why monks go hang out in caves.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Because they can. They don't have to do any of this. And they're like, nah.
I'm good. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really. Hmm.